Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny, and today I need to start this here the Foodybite app. So need to start here. First of all, so need to see this here the XD files design. So need to show here, and also need to show this here the prototype one screen to another screens. Need to interlinking. So need to showing here how to show here inside the this XD files. Now this is the totals all out this XD files inside the show like this here the designs, and this is the prototypes. And to select this here the all screens need to like this, and to show this here the interconnect between here the each screens you need to show this here, and you need to show like here. Let's start how to write down inside the Flutter. So we need to create here the already basic structures. We need to creating here the done. So we need to explain how to create here. First of all, you need to go inside the your terminals, and to select this here the which place you need to create here the directory. Need to go inside the cd, and to give this here the path directory path, and you need to give this here the enters. And then after you need to write down here the flutters space create space org, means here to give this here the organization bundle start with. We need to give this here, and then after need to give this here the space, and to give this here the project names Foodbytes like here, and to press here the enters and create like this here the projects. And inside we need to creating here the common structures. We need to initialize here. We need to already inside we need to remove this here the Windows, Linux, Mac OS and web folders are the need to delete, and to create here the asset folders. Inside create here the font folders, and to put this here the JSON sans fonts. We need to put this here the bold, lights, regulars and semi-bold spots. We need to put this here, and also need to create here the image folders. Inside need to give this here the play screens and asset. All asset need to put this here the folders. And then after need to go inside the lib folders. Inside we need to creating here the common folders, and we need to creating here the use here the common functions, utility functions. We need to creating here the class like this here the custom extension class. Inside we need to create here the color extensions. Inside we need to declare here the t class, and we need to create here the primary colors, and to set like this here the color codes. Then after we need to create here the secondary colors, and to like this set here colors, primary text colors. Then after the white text colors similar to secondary text colors, placeholder colors and red colors, and bg colors also need to set. And we need to most important part of this app, so need to mostly use this here. Need to use this here the many times here the needs here the every times right here the media dot size query. Need to convert into the shortcut functions inside the builder extensions. Need to use this here the size, and to directly get this here this value of the screen size. No need to like this direct every times. Need to media of size, this keywords no need to pass every times. Then after need to same as need to create here the width and height functions, and we need to navigation shortcut function need to develop here. So also need to give this here the push. Need to write down here the navigation push navigators push dot this give this means here the context, and to pass this here the material routes, and to builders, and to give this here the widgets. So need to pass this here, and directly open this here the next screen. So need to push same as need to making here the pop screen. So need to configures, and to setting here, and we need to create here the another context files. So need to develop here the globes. Inside we need to give this here the app name like here the configuration. So need to creating here the common structures. Then after here the common widgets folders, we need to depend here the use this here the common widgets like this here the text fields, buttons, icon buttons, tab bars like this. We need to commonly use here, create here the one times, and to use this here the multiple times. We need to create like inside, need to put this here the common widgets. And most important parts, we need to create here the screen folders. Inside we need to create here the home folders, login folders and main tabs. Main tab inside we need to declare here the main tab bars UI. We need to draw here logins. Inside need to play screen, login, forget passwords, sign up like this. You need to put here, and home inside the home tab into this, and by remaining folders you need to making the design developing times you need to put here. And now also need to make sure configurations need to pop space. Inside we need to declare this here the uncommit this codes assets, and to give this here the path, I need to go here, create here the right click relative path, and to paste this here and give this here the slash, and to configure here the image assets paths. We need to configure same as need to configure this here the fonts. First of all need to set this here the regular fonts paths. We need to go here, copy relative path, and to put here and paste this here, and to set here the this like this configurations are the needs here. And now need to start here the project buildings. Need to set up, this is the explain here the project structures. Need to set here. Now need to creating here the play screens, as well as we need to develop this here the another things. So need to putting here. Now we need to go inside the main tab, and first of all making here the logins inside new files, and to create this here the play screens. Write down here place screen dot dots and create here the stateful widgets. Use this here the play screens like this here the names, and we need to set here the material dependency. Create here the scaffold, create here the body, and to create here the stacks, because image up need to showing here the app names. That's why I need to use this here the stack. And also need to set here the alignment. Need to set here alignment dot center, like here the configurations are the needs, and to configure this here. And like this, save these files. Now need to go inside the main screen and to remove this here the my home page stateful widgets. Need to remove here, no needs. That's why I need to cleanse. Also need to commit this code, so need to remove here. Set here the user material themes, set here the false. Also need to another configurations, need to give this here the title, so need to set here. Use this here the globe dots app name extensions, need to use this here. And we need to set here the theme colors. The colors primary need to set here like here, and import this here the material dependency color extensions. Remove here and to set this here the place screens like here, and set here the const value. Save this here. Now theme setups need to also configure. Before need to theme setups need to set this here the debug show check mode banners need to set here the false. Then after need to set here the font family. Need to go inside the space pub space, and we need to copy this here the font name, put this here, and to give this here the font family names. And then after so need to configure this here the scaffold background colors. Need to set here scaffold background colors. So need to set here the T color background colors, BG colors. So need to configure. Then after need to set here the app bar themes. Also need to set. Need to give this here the app bar themes. Set here the color T color, and we need to set this here the primary evaluations. We need to set here the 0, like here the configurations are the needs, and to configure and to save this here. This is the configurations for the main my apps configurations need to done here. And then after now need to go inside the play screens and to configure this here the UI similar to design. So need to making here. First of all, so need to set this here stack inside. Need to first layer, so need to give this here the image assets. Need to set here. So now need to go and to find out here the play screen background. So need to copy relative path here. Then after need to set this here the width. We need to set here the context dot width extension variables. Need to use this here, and we need to also import this here the color extensions and remove this here the auto imports like here. And then after we need to give this here the also height context dot height. So need to set here, and we need to set here the fit box fit covers like here the configuration to save this here. Then after we need to creating here the show first of all the UI. We need to run these apps inside the simulators 16-16 inside. We need to show this here, and this inside we need to flutters use this here the version 3.24. Like some things we need to use this here the flutter versions. Last version we need to use this here in latest. Every time need to upgrade here the flutters, otherwise need to make problems with upgrading here the down version to up versions, making here the issue. And some codes are the not working, need to change this here the entire library. That's why I need to always need to give this here the new updates available inside the flutters. Make sure so need to update this here the last versions, otherwise making here the some issue time higher the uploadings. Now app is runs and to show like this here the play screen, so need to showing here, and other configurations like the init states and to set here. Now set here init states, and first of all so need to remove this here the status bars, no needs, need to remove here. Need to write down here the system Chrome dots, need to use this here the set system UI change mode. We need to call here, need to set this here the name system mode dot line break semicolons like here the set here. Now Another functions we need to making here the opening this here the wait sometime screens, and then after open this here the next screens logics need to set here inside the play screens. First of all, need to write down here the load these functions need to write down here, and call this here the since functions we need to develop. Now need to await functions and to call this here the future dot delay, and we need to call this here the const dot duration, and we need to set this here the seconds, set here the 3 semicolons, and we need to call here the another functions we need to write down here the void, and to give this here the load next screen, like this functions we need to develop here. And now need to call this here the screens as a context dot post extension methods need to calls. If you not see here the second video plus this playlist, first need to see here the second video, and then after need to calling these functions, otherwise not depend function like these errors. Need to see this here the second video explain in details how to create these functions in context. Now I need to give this here the screens now temporary not available, then to commit this here the screens we need to make set here the another screen, so need to logins screen dot dots, create here the stateful widgets login screen, and we need to import this here the materials, create here the scaffold like here, and to save here, and we need to uncomment this code, write down here login screens, and set here the context and semicolons. Need to save here and look like this here the show, and to set here the load next screens semicolons. Now others also need to make sure we need to call this function, otherwise not working this flow. Make sure we need to always the initialize, and then to call this here the load function, and then to take here the 3-second delay, and then opening this here the next screen, so need to automatically push this here. And if you save these here, and now we need to write down here the center into the text we need to set here food d bytes, and we need to set here the style text style, set here the colors recolor primary text, set here the font size as we need to set here the 15, and we need to also set this here the font weight, set here the 700 like here the configurations, and to save this here and look like this similar to designs we need to show like this here the UI. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.